have your son or daughter who study in class 9 and 10? No one. But there might be the relatives or neighbors, or we might be some of us are the entrepreneurs or who are also running the schools and so on as the leaders. So my topic begins with the continuous assessment system CAS in mathematics in private schools. And here one article is here, Mahabima Ganit Vishayलाई Saralikaran Garna Nirantar Mulyankan Vidhi. It was published in Ajako Shiksha, and the techniques and the practical applications, how we can apply it in our day-to-day teaching methodology so that the students community can get benefit on it. So these are my presentation outlines, and everybody, whoever have passed it, we all have faced 3 hours examination. So my topic is 3 घंटे परीक्षा versus निरंतर मूल्यांकन प्रक्रिया. On this title, I'll be talking on these outlines. So since setting, why I'm interested on this topic? We have listened many stories behind the suicide case and so on. And right now also, we are evaluated with 3 hours examination. Though whether you know or you don't know. Our children, our students, they regularly come to schools. They participate in different collaboration work, creative work, project work, and so on. But where is the evaluation of these all things? They come with the proper uniform. They do the assigned tasks. They submit the works. If any vacation is there, the task is applied to them, and they immediately submit to the respective teachers. What is the evaluation of these things? So we need the continuous assessment system, and not only we need, but we need to apply this continuous assessment system meaningfully. The practices need to be there in the schools. So many of the head teachers, the school leaders, even we have found during this research paper that so many of the principals and the leaders are also unknown about real importance of continuous assessment system. So traditional method of the terminal assessment system is continued. As I have explained previously, what is the evaluation of day-to-day activities, classwork, homework, presentation, and so on. Right now in the 21st century, we are with the digital equipments, ICT is applied. Where are the marks, where are the grades for these things? So these things need to be addressed in continuous assessment system. So same thing, I don't want to go through the citations here, what is the clerk says, but I would like to go through the Ministry of Education. In MOE 2014 introduced school-based continuous assessment for 2 reasons. This is to improve the continuous assessment, to improve teaching and learning, and to collect school-based marks to be added to the final examination marks for certification and selection. It is only right now in the policy, and it becomes a document, but there is no proper use of and meaningful practices of continuous assessment system in the classes. Because of that, during our interview with the head teachers in different schools in Kathmandu, we have found that even for up to class 2 only the continuous assessment is applied, and still they are going back to the traditional method, 3 hours examination again. So why I was interested in this study, what is the rationale behind it is up to class 7, the CDC and the Ministry of Education has prescribed the syllabus or the content, what should be there in continuous assessment system. But now, locally we have basic level examination for class 8 and secondary education examination SEE for class 9 and 10. But we have again 3 hours examination. There is no evaluation of day-to-day activities and so on. So why only up to class 7? Why not up to 12th class in the secondary level? So to make all school leaders to apply this continuous assessment system with meaningful practices in their schools, this research has been done. So the problem, again, same thing. Like this, again, this 3 hours examination. Sitting 2 people in a bench and giving 3 hours examination. Whether he or she is with up to date with his or her works during school time is not measurable. Only 3 hours examination at the final board exam, that is only measurable here. So what about this system? That's why the less records of daily and day-to-day learning activities of students, like classroom homework, presentation, fieldwork, these need to be kept so that students will be more motivated. I have one bitter experience. During my this research, I have inquired to one of the head teacher of Sindhupalji district also, but not for this paper, but just to know and to make a relation with different head teachers. Though I am also one of the head teacher in one of the school in Kathmandu. So what is their practices of continuous assessment system in Sindhupalji? I inquired to them, but the answer is, यो झ्याउलाग्दो चिज टिचर पनि मान्दैन, म सक्दैन उनीहरूलाई लाउन. Like such was the answer of the head teacher. So meaningful practices is lacking. And the main purpose of the paper was to explore the meaningful practices of continuous assessment system in mathematics classroom. That's my research question here is how the head teachers narrate their stories of understanding the continuous assessment system, the tools and the practices that they have done in their schools of CAS in the mathematics classroom.
Yes.
So there are different review of the literatures. So I don't want to go through it. There are many policies and the documents that support this. So there are different things on the assessment and the continuous assessment system. So it's a method for analyzing and evaluating student achievement and program success. That means if we measure students, the continuous assessment system will be effectively applied in a meaningful practices if a student is evaluated. Suppose a student has not trimmed the nail and the teacher record in his record sheets in a portfolio, non-kateko chaina, but that is not actually the continuous assessment system. Non-kateko chaina bhane he or she need to be addressed that timle bholi aउँदा non katera bhai. That is called continuous assessment. This is called evaluation. That need to be done actually in this part. So the methodology that I did is the narrative inquiry and the paradigm was interpretive. The research side was the private schools and I took only head teachers. The data collection was the interview, open questions, field notes and the transcribe their narration, whatever they said that was reflected and that was collected in the transcribe, and their quality standard and the ethics also belongs to the same methodology. In this way this was done. Okay, and the findings and the conclusions of this paper were: proper use of CAS tools play an important role in holistic development of the students. Understanding of CAS tools by head teachers meaningfully changes the mathematics classroom in the schools, because the leaders, if a leader is educated, highly educated, then the teachers can obviously change and its impact will be seen in the classroom. And 40% CAS and 60% theoretical exam of maths had made school mathematics result better in comparison to 3 hours 100 marks examination. Teachers felt difficult, and the problem were also shared by the head teachers. Teachers felt difficult to fill the records. Some schools even dropped the CAS system and limited up to class 2, though the policy and the documents are there in Nepal. Till class 7 we need to use continuous assessment system. And the conclusions were the head teachers were requesting that it should be a practical education and the well-trained on continuous assessment system. Such teachers need to be there. And even the head teachers had not understood CAS and effectiveness properly. And furthermore, there is a lack of abundant support, continuous and timely monitoring and supervision from the school in charges and even head teachers. Because it is seen that if the resource persons or the school inspectors and the head teachers, if they combine together and they monitor properly in each schools regarding the uses of continuous assessment system meaningfully.
Thank you. Only one question.
Thank you so much.